Hello and welcome to today's class. I have for you a lovely quick flow that is perfect to do in the morning, particularly if you wake up feeling quite stiff or you feel like you really just need to get some movement in your body. Hopefully this will be a really nice way to wake up. So when you're ready, meet me in a seated position on your mat. So we're just going to start by taking the first few breaths to ground here into the present moment, to get settled on the mat. So the palms resting on the knees, maybe shut down the eyes or just keep a gentle gaze out in front of you, whatever makes you comfortable. And we're just going to start to deepen the breath here. So breathing deeply into the belly, and exhaling, contracting the belly up and in. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Feel the seat bones grounding down into the mat. If your eyes were closed, gently open them. We're going to inhale, lift the arms up overhead, clasping the fingers together, so interlacing the fingers, except the index finger, which will point up towards the sky, and then the left thumb is going to cross over the right thumb, and this mudra is called Kali mudra. And for those of you unfamiliar with what a mudra is, it's just a hand position. It's the Sanskrit for hand position. So inhaling here, gazing up towards the hands. And on your exhale, we're going to draw the hands down to heart center. Inhale, separate the hands, lift them up towards the sky. Interlacing the fingers, pointing the index fingers up towards the sky, and the left thumb crosses over the right thumb. Exhale, draw the hands down to heart center. Inhale, arms up overhead. Take Kali mudra. Exhale, draw the hands down to heart center. Inhale, arms lift up overhead. Take Kali mudra. Exhale, draw the hands down to heart center. Inhale, lift the arms up, Kali mudra. This mudra is all about fearlessness or finding the power within. And exhale, bring the palms, the hands down to center. Inhaling, we'll come forward into tabletop. And we'll begin with some cat-cows. So we'll start by inhaling to drop the belly down, arching the lower back, lifting the gaze up in cow. Exhale, rounding through the back body, lifting up with the back, creating space between the shoulder blades for cat. Inhaling, dropping the belly, lifting the gaze. Exhaling, rounding the belly, spreading the shoulder blades. Inhale, dropping the belly down, gaze comes up. Exhale, rounding through, stretching the back body. From here, we're just going to make this a little bit more of a full body movement. So we're going to drop the belly down while we send the hips back towards the heels, coming towards child's pose. And then exhaling to round through the back body, coming forward. Maybe we come down into cobra, maybe we don't come that far. And then we arch the body, sending the hips back into child's pose. Exhale, rounding through, shoulders come over the wrists. Maybe you lower down into cobra. Inhaling, sending the hips back. And keep going with this, with your breath at your own pace. Meeting me in a neutral spine, back in tabletop. The left palm is going to come to the center of the mat, and we're going to lift the right palm up, opening the right arm up towards the sky, looking up. Inhale, exhale, threading the needle. Inhale, lifting the right arm up towards the sky, gaze up. Exhale, threading the needle. Inhale, lift up towards the sky. Exhale, threading the needle. Inhale to lift back up. The right palm will replace the left palm, and we're going to open up that left arm, gazing up towards the sky. Exhale, threading the needle. Inhale, lift the left arm up to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle. Inhale, left arm opens up towards the sky. Exhale, thread the needle. Inhale to come back up into tabletop, tucking the toes under, lifting the hips up to come into downward dog. And I really invite you to walk out the dog here, particularly if you're practicing in the morning, to warm up the muscles and the fascia in the body. On an inhale, look to the top of the mat and gently step the toes, the feet up, hips width at the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Fingertips can be on the ground, the shins or the thighs. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift the arms up and overhead. Big stretch here. Exhale, arms come down at the sides. Inhaling, the arms reach up overhead, gaze lifts up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, palms come down, stepping back into plank, and we'll lower down to our bellies. Inhale, push up into baby cobra or cobra. Exhale, tucking the toes under, stepping back to down dog. Inhale, look forward, make your way to the top of the mat into half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, come back to Tadasana. Inhale, arms lift up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back into plank and lower down to the belly. Inhale, lift up. Maybe you take cobra. Exhale, tucking the toes under, pushing back to downward dog. Inhale, make your way to the top of the mat, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, arms lift up overhead. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, arms lift up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back, lowering down to the belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, make your way to the top of the mat, half lift. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, arms lift up overhead. Exhale, arms come down by the sides, Tadasana. Inhale, the arms reach up overhead. Clasp the left wrist with the right palm. Bend over towards the right. Getting a lovely stretch down the left hand side of the body here. Inhale to come back to center. Swap the hand over so that the left hand catches the right wrist. And exhale to bend over towards the left. Feeling a juicy stretch down the right body. Inhaling, coming back up through center. And exhaling, we're going to sink back, bending the knees, hips go back into chair, Utkatasana. 2 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, can you sink a little bit deeper? Inhale. Exhale, can you sink even deeper? Inhale. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the palms down, step back to plank, and we're going to hold plank for 1 breath in and out. Inhale. Exhale, push the hips back up to the sky to downward dog. Inhale, lifting the right leg up towards the sky and bending the knee. And we're going to take some circles with the knee here, going in one direction, any direction. Change the direction. Make sure you're pressing down through both palms. And then stepping the right foot to the outside of the right palm to come into lizard. We're going to keep the back knee lifted here as we rock forwards and backwards. Feeling that stretch in the hips. Palms are pressing down. On an inhale, stepping the right foot back to meet the left, holding plank for an inhale here. Exhale, hips go up to the sky for downward dog. Straight into the left side. Inhaling, lifting the left leg up, bending the knee, and start to circle the knee in one direction. Trying to keep the weight equal in the hands. No, it's really hard. Pushing down through the ball of the right foot. Change the direction. And keep breathing deeply. Use the breath. Stepping the left foot onto the outside of the left palm. Keeping the back knee lifted, and we're just going to rock backwards and forwards here. It's a nice foot stretch as well. Okay, on an inhale, picking up the left foot, stepping it back into a plank. And then in an exhale, lowering the knees gently down to the ground. We'll just walk the knees a little bit closer to the hands, the wrists, so that we can come to sit in a cross-legged position. I'll just turn to face you. So from here, we're going to move the ankles a little bit further away so they're not too close to the body, but they're still kind of in this cross-legged position in Sukhasana. Inhale, we're going to lengthen the spine, drawing up like we've got a piece of string attached to the crown of our head. And exhale, we're going to fold forward and maybe we walk the hands out in front of us. And we're going to take 3 deep breaths here. One. 2. 3. Inhale, walk the hands back in towards you, and we're going to switch the feet so the opposite foot is now closest to the body. Make sure they're nice and far away from you. Make sure they're not too close to you. Inhaling here, lengthening up through the spine. And exhale, try and fold forward without rounding too much. I know it's really difficult, particularly if you're quite stiff or tight. And maybe we can walk the hands forward to deepen a little bit. And take 3 deep breaths here. 1. 2. 3. On your inhale, walk the hands back towards the body. Maybe you close the eyes down. Notice your breathing, returning to normal, to its natural state. And notice how your body feels this morning. Inhale, lift the arms up overhead, palms come together. Exhale, drawing the palms down to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Take one last deep inhale. And exhale completely as we bow our heads to our hands. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me this morning. I am so happy that you were able to join me, and I hope that you enjoyed this flow, and I really hope that I meet you in the next one. Namaste.